People are expecting referees to be perfect.
What was the reason you decided to become an assistant referee?
I was so in refereeing.
This is Jan, an ex-Champions League assistant referee, refereeing teams like Tottenham, Man U and Atletico Madrid to name a few. From someone who's been at the very top of the game, he wants to now pass on his knowledge and expertise to the next generation.
We learned this in Hart Lane. I said to the referee, we had 6 officials back then. The guy behind the goal said, I don't know. I was like, he said no. In my matches, hey, we need to get this team a foul. And then I thought, I cannot give it. It's not easy to understand how can I get better decisions.
Even referees at your level, it is maybe not their full-time job.
It's amazing because how much adrenaline you get. Very good decision. That was clear offside. But in back of my mind, I was like, was it really offside? I have created in my mind, so if I think before the contact, I think when he goes past him, he's gonna shoot.
Yeah.
Then it's a red card. If you know what I mean. So
yeah.
I need to make my mind before that what's gonna happen next.
Yeah.
If there's a foul or if there's not a foul, what's gonna happen next? Okay, he's gonna be alone and shoot. Then it's a red card. Or if he would have got the ball and it's an empty goal. It's a red card. So that because if you made it afterwards, you are too late. We learned this in White Hart Lane. There was a foul. I said to the referee, we had 6 officials back then.
Oh, the ones by the goal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said foul. The guy behind the goal said, I don't know, which you should never have said it. And I was like, he said no. Oh shit. And I chipped it. Then he said it was foul. It was a DOGSO, and it was Chairman Defoe who they fouled. But the learn because I made the correct decision. I don't know if I have made the correct decision with the DOGSO, but I made the correct decision with the foul.
Yeah.
But then the wrong message from there, I was not like firm enough or
so in that decision, obviously saying something like I don't know, like you say with 40, 50s, I don't know how many people White Hart Lane holds, but a lot of people, if you don't hear clearly, you might think they're saying no.
Exactly.
So what should they just stay quiet if they're unsure? Or you say a different word?
Yeah.
Or you just stay quiet?
Nothing, If you don't know, just then stay quiet. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
6 officials is crazy.
Yeah, that was
a crazy time.
Yeah, and that was like the second match, not the first. It was the first match we did with 6 officials.
Wow.
So no experience at all. No experience at all.
Yeah.
And still I was quite young, so I didn't have the confidence. I think those were one of the big situations where I like, hey, this cannot happen anymore.
Yeah.
I need to be strong and I need to do my job properly.
Because we were talking off camera, right, about being strong as an assistant referee. How long do you think it took you to, I guess, learn that you could make big decisions as an assistant? Because it's very common here in England that we'll get spoken to as like, you're there to assist, not insist, and you should just kind of stay out of trouble, let the referee make the decisions X, Y, Z. At the top level, it seems to be quite different. It seems that you would get involved a lot more than a referee like me would at grassroots. At what sort of time did that change?
It's very personal. I think it depends on how you see it. Are you just there to do your job as an assistant, so offsides and throw-ins, or do you really want to help the referee and give everything you got? But remember that the referee is responsible for the whole match.
Yeah. And
you shouldn't get too involved.
Yeah.
So drawing the line, that's like the hardest bit. And of course, sometimes I was too active, and then somebody said, you shouldn't be. Hey, I made the correct decision, and then a few days later, I think that was not good that I got involved.
Yeah.
And then it is progress.
Yeah.
It's a long progress that you make mistakes and then you learn. You go too far, and sometimes you don't do what you're supposed to do, and you think, oh, why did I let that opportunity to go? Why didn't I get involved? And so it's a progress, and you never can tell. But these experiences, as I told, this incident with German Defoe, it was like one that this will never ever happen me again, that I miss to help the referee in a case where I was sure that there was a foul. So it was like, but of course after that, for sure there has been incident that I have not done it, but I think the level got in a much, so I get like really much better in that to make my decisions.
And you were a FIFA referee or you have been, or were a FIFA referee for how long?
I think it was 2007 to until 2023.
So 16 years.
Yeah, it's 17 seasons. Is that?
Yeah. And would you work with the same referee?
No.
Or would you change?
Yeah, in the beginning we changed a lot. Then we started to have more with the same referee, and then the top matches that I did, we were with the same team, or with the referee and with another assistant. So it was the same team.
And we've spoken off camera obviously quite a bit, and you mentioned that when you first started refereeing, you maybe weren't the best referee, or you might even go as far to say you weren't a very good one. What are some of the, I guess, the most common things you see with referees like myself, right? Grassroots referees, new referees, young referees. What are some of the main mistakes that you see that you think you learned, which obviously got you to the top level?
Yeah, there are so many. So yeah.
What are some of the biggest ones you think?
I didn't when I was younger, I didn't really understand what football is about. It's about, I think, winning is one part, but it's also like playing. It's a game that 22 persons are playing on the field of play. So let them play. Let them enjoy it, and don't think that you need to dictate what's going to happen on the field of play. But let them play and then get involved when it's required. And also, like now I have understood much more that you can interact with the players. You can talk with them. You can like guide the match in the direction you want to by talking to the players with interaction. And so I think those are like the two most important things. So leadership, I didn't have any leadership when I was younger. I didn't understand what it was. Even though my father had a company and he was, I think, a good leader in his company, but I couldn't like, I knew what it was and what were the qualities that you need to be a good leader, but to put it on the football match, I didn't have any idea how it would work, and how does it, is there something that you need? You don't need. You are a referee. You have black uniform and you have the whistle, so that's enough. You don't need any leadership. You just follow the laws of the game. That was my thinking back then, and it was for a long time, and this refereeing is a good school for learning leadership and communication skills. And it would be good that if you understood it already in the young age, that you are on a course learning about yourself and learning about these skills. Then it would be much more easier, because I'm a football referee and nothing else. So if you would understand that early and try to develop those skills on the field, like I'm doing now. It's a challenge. When I'm talking to a player, I think it as a challenge to get him on my side and understand what I'm talking, and maybe also hearing what he has to say. Or you saw it like that. Okay, hey, I take that into consideration next time. Now I didn't think that like that. So all these things.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like the you talking about how you can interact and talk to players, and you're not just like a dictator. How do you think that helps you as a referee? Right, because a lot of people will say, well, don't talk to players. They don't know what they're talking about. They don't know the laws, etc., etc. But why do you think talking to players is helpful? Like how does that help you referee, or how does it help the game?
Yeah, it will help you to get them understand your point of view, and also what they are doing.
I was just going to say, okay, again, we were talking earlier about like trust, right? And how if you can get the players to trust you, then they will focus more on playing football because they feel like you're going to do the best job.
I think maybe if you approach it like, now it's in the laws of the game, spirit of the game.
Yeah.
So you need to get the players, you need to understand what's the spirit of the game today first. And that you can do by watching the players and talking to them.
Yeah.
And then you can get the players to understand it also, that by communicating with them, hey, today this is a foul and this is not.
Yeah.
So to come to the same page, that everybody is on the same page. And that's how you make trust, and then it's walk in the park the rest of 80 minutes, if you can do it in the 10 minutes. Yeah, not easy, but that would be... So especially in the top, when we were in the top, it would require like 60 minutes to get everybody on the same page.
Yeah.
And after that, it many times was a walk in the park. 60 minutes, you worked hard, you tried to get every player on the same page, and then then you just need to be careful that you don't be too relaxed and you make a big misjudgment. But then you knew, hey, this is in the bag.
Yeah.
I got this. Just concentrate and don't make any mistakes. Like I was watching the Premier League match now, Liverpool against Leeds, and I could see there that people are expecting referees to be perfect. And there was one situation that was not perfect from the referee. So the other team and the supporters felt it, hey, now we are not treated fairly. So the referee needed to work really hard to get their trust back. It didn't happen in 10 minutes. It took much more time. He needed maybe 20 minutes and 5-6 good decisions to get them back on his side or on the same page. And it's so fragile. And it's also the same in the lower level also. So I had some training match, 1 or 2 weeks, and I made a really bad call. I was refereeing and I made a not really bad, but too easy. I gave too easy foul. And then I was like, now I really need to work for the next 10 minutes to get, because the other team was like, what was that? Why did you, he just almost a dive.
Yeah.
And you gave foul, what was that? And then I had to get every decision right after that. And there was a similar incident a couple of minutes later. The same team was fouled, and then I thought, I cannot give it. And that was a foul. But I couldn't give it because that would have been so stupid that I gave 2 minutes earlier, foul that wasn't, and then I would give a 60% foul to the same team. I would have had really difficult after that. So I rather not gave the foul and let the play continue so that the other team wouldn't feel that, hey, what are you doing? Are you against us?
Yeah.
So those are the things that really, I think, are important that I have learned just now.
It's interesting you say it because that's a really nuanced situation there. And I think a lot of people, when they think about football, it's either a foul or it's not a foul. It's either correct or it's not correct. And obviously as referees, we operate in like this grey area of, like you say, well, it could be a foul and it couldn't be a foul. It depends on the temperature of the game, what's just happened, what both teams expect, right?
Yeah.
And I had a game on last weekend, and in the first half, I gave 9 fouls against one team and 2 fouls against the other. And I came in at half time, I was like, why is this one team in my ear and complaining so much? And then my mentor was like, well, do you know how many fouls you've given? And I was like, no, of course I don't know how many fouls I've given. I'm not counting.
Yeah.
And he's like, you've given 9 against one team and 2 against the other. And I was like, oh, wow. So of course they feel hard done by, right? Because every decision's going against them.
Yeah.
Whether they're right or they're wrong, they're going to feel hard done by because it's all going against them. And maybe with experience, if I knew that that was the case, some of the softer fouls that I would have given, maybe I would just let go because to help control the match. And it's interesting to talk about that because I think people think it's either a foul or it's not. There's no such thing as a in between, but there is, isn't there?
Yeah, for sure. That is like really something that you speak it now. You have been less than 2 years in refereeing, and I learned that when I was on the FIFA list. Some observer, like I don't remember who was it, but one really who has been on the top said it, that hey, this other team got 5 fouls and the other one 0, doesn't look good. And then we started thinking that, oh, you can approach that like that? And it all made sense. Then it all made sense. Yeah, that's the problem. And you then sometimes when we were on the top, and still in my matches, we need to get this team a foul. If we can, we will give it. If it's 50-50, we will give it. To balance.
Yeah.
I understand that, and that's how I approached the football match when I was younger. It's a foul or it's not. But now there's so much more. And people understand it when you communicate it well. So there might be a foul, but the same team has the possession. Everybody wants to continue.
Yeah.
But you need to, as a referee, you need to communicate, hey, I saw it, but you have the ball.
Yeah.
So that's foul, but you have the ball, let's play on. And also, not just that team who's fouled, but even more important is the player who commits the foul. If that's like a little bit not so nice foul, a little bit nasty, a little bit something going to the emotions of the other team, then most important is to approach him and tell him that, hey, I saw that, don't do it again. And these are the management communications with everybody sees, hey, this referee is on top of this match. He knows what's going on. And if I made something stupid, this referee will punish me.
Yeah.
So I will keep it calm.
Yeah, it's a good point because even like you say, it's a foul, but everyone wants to play on. If you don't say anything, then the player that's been fouled might think you didn't see it.
Exactly.
And then they're getting annoyed. It's true, like that extra communication goes a long way, right? Because players then know that you've seen it and you've acknowledged it and you've now read the game and you're going to let it play on rather than just being like, turn away, don't say anything, and they're like, he's missed it. He doesn't even know I've been fouled. Exactly. And then he's annoyed. It's a good point.
Yeah, that is like one of the keys that I think should be. And especially when there's something that like player has passed the ball and after that somebody comes on his back. You really need to show to the players who's fouled that you also said something to the player who committed foul. Because it was not normal foul, it was a little bit more. And that is more important, that they see that, hey, the ref did, I don't know what's the word in English. He noticed the player and
Yeah, for sure. We'd say we acknowledged it, like we saw it, we talk about it so everyone knows that it's happened and you carry on. But then going back to the FIFA stuff, obviously, so you started refereeing when you were 15 and then you were on the FIFA list for 16 years. Can you, I guess, talk me through the level of commitment needed at that level? Because I'm guessing you were working and then refereeing and then you're a parent. That's quite, I mean, being a parent alone is quite full on as someone who's just had their first. But can you talk me through a typical week? Let's say when you're on, say, Europa League or you had a Champions League game and then you had work and then you maybe refereeing on the Saturday as well. what would a week, I guess, like look like for you, and how did you manage it?
So yeah, let's think about it that it was a Champions League match on Wednesday. So I worked, but I was really lucky with my work. So I had a boss who let me work abroad and whenever I wanted. So I would work and I trained something like between 10 to 16 hours per week. So quite a lot.
Yeah.
But I trained things that I liked. So I played football and I played basketball and everything. So it was really enjoyable for me to train. So that didn't like get into my head that it was not work, training, but it was enjoyment. And then, a lot of is to thank to my wife. She was home for 10 years so that I could do this.
Yeah.
So we had 3 children. So in Finland we have so good system that she was able to stay at home for 10 years, but it was really thanks to her because otherwise it would not have been possible. So Monday work and training. Tuesday we would travel and train at the venue, and then Wednesday I would work the whole day. I was never, when I was away from my family, I couldn't sleep, so I woke up at 6 o'clock, the match at 10, so it was a long day.
Yeah.
But I only worked and some light training then, and then the match in the evening. It's amazing because how much adrenaline you get.
Yeah, I
that
bet.
I was able to survive those matches with so less.
Yeah.
So like little sleep, and then Thursday was traveling day, again working whenever possible at the airport, or so we didn't have any straight flights from Finland very often, so we had to change. So we had time in the airport to work, and then Friday training and work again. Saturday maybe match in the domestic league, maybe some work and with the family. And Sunday with the family and training. Yeah. So it's
crazy. I think a lot of people don't understand that even referees at your level, it is maybe not their full-time job.
Yeah.
So like in other countries, right? So in England, for example, all of our FIFA referees, in the men's game at least, it's their full-time job, right? They referee on the Premier League, they referee in Europe, FIFA, it's their full-time job. But for other countries, that's not the case. For me, I think it's remarkable that you could operate at that level whilst also it not being your full-time job. Like I think it almost takes more commitment in some way.
Yeah, for sure. In a way it does, but it was lifestyle.
Yeah.
It's a lifestyle choice.
Yeah.
So that you put everything to serve refereeing.
Yeah.
So, as I said, training was fun, but it served this. The work was also like it was good mental break from refereeing.
Yeah.
Even though this training that I said 10 to 16 hours per week, it doesn't contain the watching clips, watching football, because that's extra there. So it is really, in a way, full-time job. And then when you are with your kids, then you play something that's recovery training or whatever. So everything was serving the refereeing, and it is really demanding. But I always enjoy it. So it was like not, as I said, it didn't feel like work. And the other assistant who I worked with he is the best tax lawyer in Finland. I think he has even more ambition than I have, and he's like really smart, and so I don't know how he pulled that one off. And he's also was an international referee in floorball. Unbelievable guy. Yeah.
And is there a reason you decided to go down the path of being an assistant referee in the professional game versus refereeing, or was it a case of you preferred it? Was it you just found yourself better at it? Was it age? What was the reason you decided to become an assistant referee?
Yeah, I made it really easy for myself. I was so shit in refereeing. I was terrible. As I said, I didn't have any leadership skills, or maybe I had, but I didn't know how to use it. Yeah, actually, sometimes around that, I remember that I was refereeing some match in the fourth league or something, and I knew what I should do, but I didn't do it. I knew that I should now speak to this player and calm him down, but I didn't get it out of myself to do it. So I had these ideas how you should operate, but I couldn't. So I was really bad in refereeing, and somebody asked that, would you like to be an assistant? Yeah, sure. And then I found, because we didn't have communication sets back then, so if we would have had, as you see now, I'm really good at talking, I would have killed myself. I would have talked too much.
Yeah.
But we didn't have it then, so it made me to wait for my moment. Okay, now I intervene. Now I make something, and then so that bought me time to develop myself and be a better referee, and that really helped. Then we got the communication set. Still, for sure, I spoke too much in the beginning, but not that much, and then it was a long learning curve already also from there.
The skill sets of being a referee and being an assistant referee, they seem to be quite different than based on what you're saying. You were more suited to being an assistant referee than a referee. What do you think the key differences are?
Actually, I think both, because I have refereed futsal in the top league in Finland, and my partner Mikko, who was the other assistant, was international in floorball. So I think that if you want to be if you want to be an assistant that I like, that can get involved with the match and help the referee really, when the train is coming, you can go and stop the rain that it hit the referee. I think you need the same skills, but some people just get it on a different time, and I'm sure that some referees are not suitable for assistants because they don't have so strong opinions. And the same with VAR. All the referees cannot be VARs because they are not. That's not there for them.
Yeah.
So you need a different type of personality. So maybe as an assistant you need to be more flexible, that you can adjust yourself with people. You need to cope with the referees who can be really strong. You need to be able to communicate and work together with them. So I think those skills are really important, that you can be with people and find the way how to speak with different kind of people. I think that is the most important. Of course, skill set, offside, determining offsides and all that stuff comes also. But I think it all comes to how you are with people.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. That makes sense. And with being an assistant and with the offsides, with me being a relatively new referee, I've probably only been on the line maybe 30 or 40 times. So really not a lot. Calling offside is so tough, especially when you don't have comms, because to try and watch the ball and watch the offside to know when the ball's played, it's insanely tough. And then you've also got the thing that I'm sure you might touch on is the delay. So when you see somebody running and when that ball is played, they're not actually in the position that your eyes think they are, right? They're either likely a little bit further back or whatever. For a new referee like me, I guess what are some tips you would give being an assistant? Because the training you get on it is basically zero. You get told how to signal for a throw-in, corner, goal kick, etc. But actually calling offside, you just figure out as you go. So do you have any tips for new referees like me of how to, be better, basically?
Yeah.
Or get better quicker?
Yeah, first thing, don't trust that when I get the communication sets, then, because I don't like it at all that referees use communication set to define the...
When they say now.
Yeah. Would never do it. Actually, it's about reading the game, because you should be watching both, where the ball is, who's playing it, where's the offside line. You should be looking like this all the time, and then you need to read. He's gonna pass it in 1 second.
Yeah.
Okay, where's the line? Am I at the right place? How are the players positioned? and it's math and physics and experience. With what that helps with that, get the video. If you can get the video, and then you will see it. Oh, I thought it was 1 meter onside, but it was 3 meters onside. In Finland, 20 years ago, we had one camera in a top league match.
Yeah.
So you need to define your offside based on that. But we had some clubs had extra cameras, and I made a offside decision. There was a shot on goal, and player came and put it in, and I was, where did that player come from? Oh, must have been offside. Raised the flag, and everybody observer. In the top league we had observers in every match. Very good decision. That was clear offside. But in back of my mind, I was like, was it really offside? Didn't feel so good. And then I was on YouTube playing F5 to wait for the content to come, and then it came, and it 2 meters onside. And I was like, oh, okay. I had this feeling that I didn't know where he came, and I was not sure if what offside. And I learned from there that, okay, I cannot, actually, I learned to trust the gut feeling that am I sure? No, I'm not. And that is been in my career the key element, that if I'm not sure, if there's a small doubt in my head that was this really offside, I let it go.
Yeah.
And that has given me the best decisions I have ever made. So, and then later I learned that, because it feels really bad when you see somebody 4 meters running alone against the goalkeeper, and you kept the flag down, and you feel like, oh, maybe I should have flagged it, and it feels so bad. So I learned it that I will rewind it in my head. If I would have raised the flag, what feeling would I have? And then when I got the feeling that if I would have raised the flag, would not have felt good, then I knew it. Come on, this was right. I was right. Yeah. And it worked every time. But okay, it's personal, I know. But still, the gut feeling that maybe this wasn't, then I leave it. But you need video footage to
review.
To review, to get some confidence to, hey, I thought it was 1 meter offside, but it was on the line. Okay, I thought that, but the reality was this. That's how you can adjust your head. But it's also the reading that you need to get more accurate. You need to read, hey, the ball is gonna come in a few seconds. Now I need to find the line and be on the right spot.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the whole premise of like what we do behind the whistle is to document kind of my journey and get better. And I was absolutely blown away when I watched video back at what was actually happening versus what I thought was happening on the pitch. Even things like positioning, right? Like I felt like I might have been close to the ball, or that I had a good view on something, and then I watch it back and it was just not the case at all. So getting video back and watching yourself is obviously massively helpful. But another thing that's been really helpful is having people that are better than me watch that video and give me feedback, right? Because when you're a new referee, you don't know what you don't know. You're like ignorant, you don't know what's going wrong. Which leads me on to obviously what you're doing with Referee Academy. Do you want to talk about that a little bit? And why you decided to go for, start that up?
I don't know, I wanted to do something. I started to make some social media videos and people like them. And then I thought, hey, this is way I can maybe help people. And then I added some like text on it and some educational stuff. And then I realized that, hey, I could help other referees even more with my clips. And also if people would, as you said, it would be really helpful to somebody who has more experience, who knows what it is to be like, to guide you through your own videos from your matches, because sometimes it's not easy to watch yourself. It's really helpful, as you said, if you can do it, and if you can notice that, hey, I'm not always right. That is like really, really important. But then there's a lot more. How can I get better? It's not easy to understand. How can I get better decisions? How can I communicate better with players? For that, you need help from more experienced officials who has been there. And that's why I realized that, hey, people can send me clips, and I can try to help them to find what they can do better, and help them to also understand what was in their mind, what they were thinking, because that is really difficult to go through. Hey, were you thinking this? Oh yeah, I was. And then you get the learning process on the way, because it's not always easy to understand what yourself you were doing, but you need sometimes help from outside to understand your own weaknesses and also strengths. It's not always making mistakes or being wrong, but also to highlight, hey, this is something that you are good at. Build it on this one.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I think it's super helpful, because like you say, when you're a new referee, as much as FAs do their best to support referees, there's just not enough resources for referees to improve at the rate that I think a lot of referees would like to improve, and improve at a rate that would help the game as well, right? We don't have certainly in England, we don't have enough referees. And a lot of referees either start at 14 and stop by the time they're 18, or they are people that get into refereeing a lot later in life after they stop playing, maybe in their 30s, 40s, 50s, later on, whatever. And so I think for younger people, it's super important that they can improve quickly, because the enjoyment comes more when you get better at things, right? When you see yourself improving, it becomes more enjoyable. And two, for older referees, they don't have as much time to get better. So getting better fast is also super, super helpful. So
yeah, I think that's like my idea, to make it enjoyable for the referees, to really enjoy it, the matches.
Because it is enjoyable.
Yeah,
it is,
and
isn't
it can be even more. When you get better, it's even more. And then to make the game enjoyable for the players as well.
Yeah.
And the referees are better, then it's enjoyable for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have my children all have played football, and especially my son. I have noticed there that the players and the coaches and the parents get frustrated. So if I can help the referees be better, then everybody would be happier. So that is one, like, the key points that I like realized that, hey, that's something I can help everybody if I help the referees.
And if people want to check it out, where can they find it? You're on Instagram, TikTok,
Facebook. Yeah, and we will be opening very soon. So most likely we will be open when this comes out.
And it'll be a website?
There will be a school platform.
Yeah.
So you can sign in there, and
cool.
There will be offside training.
Yeah.
So we have like a really cool offside training tool. You see it live.
Yeah.
Then you can make your decision, and then you have a opportunity there will be 3 pictures where you can define which one is the correct one.
Yeah.
So you need to get the first one right. Is it offside or onside? And then the picture, and then you will get the right answer. So I think it will be a really helpful tool for everybody. And yeah, also the clips from the feedback from clips. I think I hope I can help as many as possible.
I think you will. Obviously, we've spoken, like I said, a few times off camera, and you've already helped me lots. So I think you'll be able to help, lots of others. Definitely, I think it's a good thing to do. Cool. Well, thanks for this, Jan. Really appreciate it. And should we go some dinner?
Yeah.
I'm hungry. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I'm ready. I think this is where it went better than the golf, but it was really enjoyable. Thank you.
Yeah, no, appreciate it.
Yeah.
Pleasure.
Thanks.
Cheers, Jan.